Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a few days, but yeah, we still have not really heard any Planet Zoo news. We don't know anything about any DLC that's happening yet. My one buddy, he actually sent me a message earlier today and was thinking that maybe we're not technically, at that full 3-month window yet. I think it was Michael Sebastian actually said that he's thinking more like August 4th. So he's kind of in the camp of maybe won't see anything actually until August. And a couple of us are even thinking maybe next week we may get some kind of announcement with an August actual release date. But I figured since while we're waiting, we'll just kind of jump in here and do a little tour of Syana for anybody that's new, may have not jumped on this series yet. This whole series, it kind of came about after our realistic, I was about to say hyper-realistic. Nothing I have ever done is hyper-realistic. I was going to say my realistic Pine Creek Zoo, my attempt at being realistic. I was really, big shout out to the Bro Nation. Those guys helped me, gave me a lot of good pointers. Paulsley, he jumped in and told me some good pointers and comments and what I can try to do to make areas feel a little more realistic, a little more purposed than I normally do. So this Syana Zoo is kind of like my jump back to fantasy, no budget. Basically, what I was telling, as a matter of fact, I think I told Paulsley this a few weeks ago or a few months ago, that this is, I want to look at this park as, this zoo, as a mixture of like Islands of Adventure and Animal Kingdom. So that's, that's kind of how I've rolled with this. Actually, I've really kind of hit a little bit of a, not necessarily a Planet Zoo roadblock, but just, I don't want to get really deep into more exhibits until we find out what a DLC is going to be, because it could be one of those deals where I look back and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to tear all that out, because, especially if they give us really cool new scenery pieces or new animals or, anything like that, I could look back and be like, oh man, I should have totally retooled this ridge and used this stuff. And you guys know me, I don't usually go back and just rip stuff out. So it's kind of been, I don't know, I'm in a weird space with Planet Zoo. I'm kind of just wanting to see what new direction we're going or what kind of DLC we get really before I pull the trigger on a whole new area. And another one of you guys actually on my community page, let's go see here, you guys had a really cool idea though for like some little one-off builds. Let's see who this was. Oh yeah, Christopher Selaf said that it would be really cool if I did a like a section of a zoo specifically focused on one animal. So like, I think what he's talking about is me like trying a tiger sanctuary or a gorilla sanctuary, and that is what we focus on for that particular little one-off build. And I think that could be really fun. Lion sanctuary, and so we're not really focusing necessarily on all types of animals, but gearing the design more towards just one set of animals. Maybe like give the Tiger King tigers a suitable enclosure, because I tell you what, I was watching the Carpetbagger a couple weeks ago, and he actually went to the zoo. He went to Tiger King's zoo in Oklahoma, and it is pitifully sad to see the conditions that those tigers are in, and the poor little I think they have some little black bears there, and the lions and the ligers, and I'm like, that could be some pretty good that could be some good motivation maybe to get in here and try to build a respectable tiger sanctuary. So we'll just have to we'll see how that goes, and like I said, we'll also see how the DLC plays out, before I kind of make any more decisions on Syana Zoo. But if you look at it, as long as we've been working on this zoo, I mean, really, it's not that large, is it? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you got to figure the corners right over here. So look how far off that is. I mean, just look how much space there is still to go. Like if we would really end up filling it up that much one day, this is really like I said, it's not as much as the series and as long as we've been kind of doing this would seem. But yeah, you know, like I said, I just I don't know what direction Planet Zoo's going. I definitely think there are you know, there's a need for birds. There's definitely a community want for aquatic animals. You know, seals. You know, swim mechanics, actual swim animations. You know, yeah, we have it where they swim now, kind of up on top of the water. But you know what I think what people are really talking about is the actual like dive under. You know, watching the watch a saltwater crocodile actually swim down, sit and maybe stay on the bottom. And then of course, you know, another one that a lot of people talk about is river otters. People wanting river otters. I definitely am a part of that camp. And then of course we did the whole big video on marine animals like you know, orcas and dolphins, and that always gives a pretty interesting spirited debate. But all of that's just it's just interesting stuff to see kind of what route we think Frontier is going to go. I think obviously too, and I was telling this, I was talking to Beyond Drew and John T just a few days ago about just this, you know, this COVID just borking everything, I think, from a design standpoint. And just, you know, with Frontier, basically, you know, we've heard the community managers and all that basically say, you know, they're all still working from home. And I don't know what kind of leadway that allows for, you know, for him to pump out these updates and stuff. You know, kind of Michael and I are thinking we're hoping that we get an August DLC announcement, but at the same time, we don't know what their process is. We don't know how good the development is working from home. You know, there's a lot of stuff getting pushed back, not just you know, not just movies, but even in our gaming world here, stuff getting pushed way back just with all the you know, with the logistical problems of not being able to be there, you know, handy and have all hands on deck in your studio. So, you know, there's just there's a lot of things that this has turned upside down, and unfortunately, gaming was not one of those deals that was left untouched. I don't think hardly anything was left untouched with this. But nonetheless, I mean, it seems like, you know, I follow a couple of the developers on Twitter. It seems like things are pushing along. You know, I don't really know. I don't have a really like on top relationship with all of the community managers, other than Shantae now that as far as Bo's gone. I haven't really talked to any of the other community managers. That new girl, I followed her on Twitter. You know, we just met her a few weeks ago. But so yeah, pretty much all my contacts I have left are Shantae. So, you know, hopefully she keeps me in the loop. I definitely get her emails like when she sends out things about Frontier that are going to be happening. So I would assume that I'm still on that, and I assume also that, you know, Bo has probably shared her contact list with the new community managers. But yeah, I'm here to tell you guys, I have absolutely not heard anything. So I am just as in the dark as you guys are, and we are all kind of just playing, and we're kind of just in a waiting game here, aren't we? So like I said, as soon as I know something, you'll know something. I don't think there's probably going to be any NDA involved at this point, because, you know, it's been 3 months since the last DLC. So I think when they do announce it, it'll be a pretty quick process. I don't think like they're going to announce it next week and then say like, and it's coming September 24th. I don't think it's going to be that long away. But like I said, we'll just kind of, is that Fred Flintstone? What's our guy doing here? If he takes his shirt off, I'm leaving. this is just like one of those times where I don't really have answers for you. I'm playing the wait and see with you guys. But really, there's still a lot of good series going on out there. Like I mentioned earlier, Paulsley. Rudy still has a bunch of stuff going on. Delady still puts stuff out. Koali Zoo's on a hiatus right now, but that'll be coming. I'm sure that'll be coming back around soon. Those guys are probably waiting on DLCs just like me. And also too, I've got some things coming out. Like I said, I want to jump into Microsoft Flight Simulator here in less than a month now. August 18th, when that pops off, we will jump in and get that filmed. And like I said, I think the first thing I want to do is I want to go fly from my house or maybe Knoxville Airport to Disney World. I want to see how Bing Maps and how all of that, how the 3D imaging works, and see if Cinderella's Castle pops up, the Epcot, a Spaceship Earth. I just want to jump in and see all that. And like I said, do those flights. I think it'd be really cool too. Like that game, I think it lends itself to so much interaction with you guys. And I know you probably know what I'm about to say, but what if we in the comments you let me know what city you're from, and I fly over it, and I could get a list going of all of your cities, and we could put out one video a day for probably months by the time I go through all of your all's comments about your cities and stuff, and we'll kind of fly. We'll pick an airport that's close and fly over them, and I just think that would be really cool for you guys to kind of just see me flying over your town and you noticing buildings and stuff, and we'll see how well that Azure, that engine handles, flying to your towns and stuff. So that is definitely on my radar. There's a couple games, I'm kind of just, really just trying to keep an eye on, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. But like I said, guys, as soon as I know something about Planet Zoo, I will try to get it out, tweet it out. Don't forget to follow me on the socials, Twitter and Instagram at SDanWolf on both of them. And that way too, you can kind of see, you can get into some of my real life shenanigans and wherever we end up and whatever kind of mischief I'm wandering around in. We go to a lot of national parks and stuff, and hiking, and just and drives. We'll just take road trips to nowhere just to get out of the house. So, but anyways, yep, I just wanted to jump in and have a little chat with you since I haven't checked in with you in about a week. I didn't want you guys to think something had happened to me. I am still here, and I am with you. I am waiting with anticipation to see what way they are going to send us next on this Planet Zoo adventure. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're enjoying this video, and subscribe to keep up with more Planet Zoo news. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. See ya.